Okay, Mr. Vogelsangs, thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, how are you feeling? How are you settling into the hotel school community?
Yeah, great. Yeah. It's I'm in my fifth month now, huh?
Yeah,
So
starting October, correct?
Yeah. So I think I get quite a good view of the hotel school and everything that's going on. And so I've attended quite some events, and yeah, it's lovely to work.
Yeah, having a bit of the observing role at the start, maybe to settle in a little and get all the information you needed.
Yeah. I think that's also suitable when you enter as a new dean, to take at first an observative role.
Yeah.
So I don't have all the knowledge of what's going on, and I don't have it now, but I also will not have it. So it's a joint effort that we have such a great institute. But yes, in the first month, I looked around, listened to a lot of people, met quite some people, students, teachers, but also people, other stakeholders, the professional field, and a lot of hoteliers. And
what are the things you noticed straight away coming here?
Well, the first, what you notice, I think everybody notices here, is the great place that we work or study. It's our campus with this great student hotel, student residence, and a teaching hotel. And, it's great. It's very nice to be able to work in a beautiful environment like this.
That's good to hear. Yeah, it's a very vibrant community, as I may say
indeed.
so.
Yeah.
That's how I experience this community. So coming here as a dean, do you always wanted to be a dean, or this?
No, actually not. No. I used to work in international business for 20 years. And then after 20 years I wanted to do something completely different, and I started actually as a lecturer, as a teacher. And that was, well, a dream. I always loved my time at school, and I always stayed a bit linked to my own school where I used to did my bachelor degree and later also a master degree. So I love school, and then so I started as a teacher, but I did that for 3 years. But since I had a background in management, they asked me if I would become a dean, and well, I spent some time thinking about the offer, but I ultimately accepted. But I still think teaching is one of the nicest things to do, but dean is also nice. So
it's also nice, I can imagine. And is there a certain choice of influence you then have as a dean, or responsibility that you like to take upon yourself?
Yes, that comes with a job. You have the responsibility. I'm responsible for everything what happens at the Hotel Management Group and the School of Facility Management in Heerlen, which is also my responsibility. And yes, that's part of being a dean. Yeah.
So I see you coming every day in a funky suit, just like today as well. Is that a passion of yours?
Well, I think it fits with a job. I think we're in the I think we're in the hospitality industry, so we should dress also accordingly.
Yeah.
And I'm also aware that I will be, or I have to be, an example. So if I tell new students to dress correctly, I should give the example there. So so I pay a bit more attention to it than I did in the past. Yeah.
I personally do so as well, so I can agree upon that.
Yeah.
It's like working in the army, and this is our uniform.
Yeah.
But coming home, you dress like this as well?
No. Maybe that's I switch to jeans but it's not that I don't like it, yes, but it's more comfortable in the jeans. So, yeah.
Correct.
No, but I think that's important to make sure you're dressed for the occasion.
Yeah. So here, working at school, what is one of the things you love the most?
Well, I think when you compare this to other institutes, I think we have this campus here where a lot of students work here, live here, eat here, celebrate here, and then this interaction between teachers, students, and also other faculty, like myself. this is great. I meet a lot of students every day, a lot of teachers, obviously. So this community, that's very fun to work in.
Yeah.
And
well,
like you said, it's very vibrant.
Very vibrant.
There's never a dull day.
Yeah, well, definitely today the Boost Camp is happening, so all the new students are here to meet each other, get all the information to start the study. I seen you walking around a little bit. Do you talk with the new students?
Yeah. I especially, I think it's important for me to talk to students because I'm interested in how you feel, how you look, and how you, what do you think of the things we do. And I'm also, especially in these weeks, interested in how these new students find it here. So I was here on Saturday also. It was just the introduction of Amphitryon. I wanted to have a glimpse of what's going on because I never experienced that, so I had a quick look. But also today I attended an innovation workshop with first year students, and so yeah, it's nice. I'm also interested to hear how the experience is first few days, because I think especially these first days are quite important for if you make a good start and you feel at home, that's the best starting point to pursue your career.
Yes, correct. Well, as a student myself, I feel that the Boost Camp, one of the most important days indeed for the student. You need to settle in. It's completely new to most of the students, and that community feeling that we all want to bring to our students. You can best do that in the beginning days. So I think it's very important indeed.
And exciting too. I can imagine if you go here, maybe your parents bring you here, and then all of a sudden you have to be on your own, live in a campus, and meet all the people that you're going to spend 1 year living together. That's great. Yeah.
And besides hotel school, is there? I looked you up, of course, beforehand. I saw you have a solar panel company. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Selling solar panels.
Yeah, solar panels, but like solar installations for companies and private homes. Yeah, well, I worked in international business for 20 years, as I explained, and then I also always had this idea of founding my own business, which looked great to me because if you work in a large organization, you always see things that you think, well, if I had to decide, I would do it differently. So I think the ultimate thing is I found my own business. Then I can decide on everything myself. So I did. So I founded a solar business, but which I think it was great. But I found out that I'm not so much of an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I thought it was, well, to be honest, maybe a bit boring. I was used to working in large organizations with a lot of international people and traveling and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I was together with my companion in a small room in an office in Amersfoort, and
that sounds
my world was quite small. So I learned that I'm quite entrepreneurial, but maybe not a good entrepreneur. So I sold my part of the business, and that's when I.
But you don't get bored too easily.
No. Well, I always look for a vibrant surrounding. Yeah, that's also why I love working here. So
always on the look for new adventures,
new things,
new experiences.
Yeah, new experiences, and I love to work with energetic people, and love to. That's why I attended also the innovation workshop. I think it's important to innovate, to be creative, also in this industry.
Well, solar panels, of course, get their energy from the sun, but this is something you get your energy from.
Yeah.
Looking for exciting new. So on a holiday, you're more going hiking into the mountains and going to the beach.
The beach I can handle for 1 hour, and then I start feeling bored, and then I have to do something. So I prefer then to
no
hike.
tanning.
I did quite some tough hikes in the past. So that's more my thing.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good to know. Is there anything people can wake you up for at any time?
Yeah, that may be for good ideas. If you have a good idea, you can call me anytime. So,
well, I have your number now. So.
I think that's great. And I am actually also always amazed by the good. Well, again, we had this innovation workshop this morning, and it was first year student in their first week, actually. And if you see then, there were 6 groups, and they had to create some kind of a hotel concept. And I think it's amazing what then students can come up with only a couple of days here, and then so this creativity is enormous. And if you see that we do that with a lot of people here on campus, we have the ability to change the world.
Exactly. Oh, you see it like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think so, because if you look at yourself and your peer students, if you're graduate, you're among the higher educated people in this country, and these people tend to make also important decisions about our society. And you're one of them then in a couple of years. Huh? So what we learn you will use to make these important decisions.
I sincerely hope so.
Yeah. But I think this is how it will happen. And so yes, I think as an institute and as teachers and as students, we have influence to change a lot of things.
And to students that might want to sign up at the hotel school, what kind of image do we as teachers, as students already set as an image?
I think, and it's also our tagline, the next step in hospitality. I think you have to be hospitable or like to work in hospitality. I think all of us, we are quite outgoing, vocal. Also, a lot of people here, so you have to maybe adapt also to that. You don't have to necessarily be also that, but this is the atmosphere you work in. But especially hospitable. You have to love working with other people, taking care of people. But also, I think we're very well known for the entrepreneurial spirit we have here, and also the entrepreneurial students we have. We have a lot of alumni who started their own businesses, so we're well known for that. So that's this spirit I also see here on campus, and so you have to like that, I guess. And it's maybe also sometimes not that easy. If you live here and you're here for 24/7, actually, you live with your peer students, you're in class with them, you have breakfast with them, lunch, dinner, party. You have to think, I guess, especially when you want to come here, is this something I like? Is this something I want?
I think it's different for every student. I've worked in multiple working groups now, in multiple different modules, and there's always different kinds of personalities in a group. You have the people that really focus on their network and are very outgoing and outspoken, but you also have the people that are more laid back and into the research part. So it's, for us as students, it's very good and great to see how everyone works together. And besides that, the network after hotel study is very useful, I imagine.
I think that's something we are well known for. Just before I came here, I had a meeting with an alumnus from 1990 who was visiting the campus today. Currently works for Google in the US.
Okay.
It's very interesting, and these people take the effort to come here, and they recognize a lot of things. He was actually in the year when the Amphitryon bar was open. So when he saw the bar the first time, it was all clean and not smelling, no beers, etc., etc. So, but he was amazed that it was still the same when we just paid the bar a small visit.
Besides his grey hair this time.
But I see that I have met many alumni over the past months, and they have a lot of history here. You will have the same in a couple of years, and they love to come back here. So that's great.
That's good. And on a day-to-day life, you say you have an off day. What do you do?
An off day, I just continue, I guess.
You just continue.
Yeah. What should you do in an off day? Well, when
It's
I
not like a book or a
Do you still have off days?
series. Do you still have off days?
Well, what I learned is that if you're working and you're in some kind of a positive flow, then well, you should probably recognize it. That some days things go easier than other ways.
Mhm.
Then I'll tend to go on as long as possible because you're in the flow. And if you have a day that it's not working the way I want it, then sometimes I quit earlier.
Okay.
And I go to the gym or I do something else for a second
Okay.
So that's.
Go into the gym. Very well.
You have to here because I have lunches and dinners and all kind of parties. There's a party every day I guess here on campus. So
Welcome at hotels.
yeah. So to stay a bit in shape, you have to do something.
Yeah. So on the off day, you don't put on music and dance in the kitchen while cooking.
No, not that. I love cooking though. That's also a relaxing thing for me. Not dancing, but cooking, yes.
Yeah. Is there a certain cuisine that's your
I
favorite?
love Italian cuisine.
Okay.
I like to make risottos myself. So yeah. So cooking is something I love to do.
And which risotto is then your best?
I can make a lot of them. I wouldn't. Then you should ask my wife. Which the best, but I'm not sure. But I love making them. So that's
okay. That's good.
And people tell me they taste great. So yeah.
Very well. And I heard you say before the interview, you also stay at the hotel, the teaching hotel, quite often.
Yeah, I live in Den Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and it's I prefer to travel by train because I think it's more sustainable and more efficient because I can work in the train. But then it's a 2-hour commute, one way. So I tend to stay here for 2 nights. So
May you have a favorite room, or you
not yet, but I like this one. Yeah, the people at home can see. But this one is a nice one because you have a beautiful view over the park, and they're all exceptional here. They're all great, but not all of them are very comfortable here now. Some of them
I can imagine that after a day of work, that the jungle room might be a bit.
Yeah, or the black one.
Or the black one.
This is also
But you tried them out.
Yeah. Well, not the green one. I saw it, but I never slept there. But the black room I had, which is not one of my favorites. This one is nice. And the same goes for the one with the elephant. Everybody knows it, the swimming pool and the elephant, which is, I think, a great room, but also not the nicest room to stay in because it's very hollow and makes a lot of noise. When you want to make a phone call there, it's impossible. You have to step out.
Yeah. So all the future receptionists, just so you know, not the bathtub with the elephant for Mr. Vogelsangs, please.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me as a student?
Yeah, well, I'm quite interested. Why did you choose the hotel management school? Because there are thousands of options, but you choose hotel management and you choose Maastricht.
Yes, correct. So I used to work a lot in restaurants for many years, and I noticed that working with people, but also for people, is something I enjoyed the most. So I just went out searching for studies that were related to my interest. And indeed, I did also a selection of the other hotel schools. And on the open day, my preference went to Maastricht. I come from Utrecht myself, but Maastricht, there was some kind of vibe here when I came here, where it's professional and personal. And where in other studies I felt like it's mainly professional. And I'm a very social guy and I don't like to be professional at all times. So this was the best suited for me. And I'm still very much behind my choice.
Okay. And if you would be in my position for one day, what would you definitely change?
My grades.
I cannot.
What would I choose to change? Well, I think there's certain modules that might need some adjustments, but I don't think it's so easy to change that in one day, is it?
No, you can set it in motion. You can set it in motion.
I can set it in motion.
Yeah. So no,
I think I would just book a room at THB, have some nice dinners and parties. I think that's the thing I would do. Yeah.
Nice.
You have any questions, Olivier?
I think it's a great interview.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good.
Fun questions. And
well, if you have no final questions.
No, I liked the interview, yeah. Thank you very much for inviting me.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome for a second time if you want to.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.